Be me 28, working as graphic designer in Portland, making decent money, own small house, pretty normal life, no major drama, single. For about 8 months after last relationship ended amicably, not desperate but ready to date again, friend Kyle convinces me to try speed dating. Just for the experience, bro. Show up to event at local wine bar. 20 women, 20 men, 5 minutes each. Sounds like hell, but whatever. Sitting across from first woman, she's pretty, but talks about her ex the entire time. Woman number 2 works in MLM, tries to sell me skincare products. Woman number 3 seems normal until she mentions her 6 cats, getting through the rotation. Then I meet Elena, 26, works as veterinarian assistant, dark hair, green eyes, genuinely cute. Conversation flows naturally. She laughs at my terrible jokes, talks about her rescue dog named Buster, seems down to earth, no red flags. Bell rings for next rotation. This was actually fun, she says. Want to grab coffee sometime? First time someone asked me. Exchange numbers before moving on. Text her next day. Hey, it's the guy with terrible jokes from last night. She responds immediately. Hey, was hoping you'd text. Coffee this weekend? Arranged to meet Saturday afternoon. Downtown coffee shop called Grounds for Thought. She's already there when I arrive. Wearing casual clothes, no makeup. Looks better than at speed dating event. Order drinks and sit by window. Conversation picks up where we left off. She tells me about her work. Loves animals, wants to be full veterinarian someday. I tell her about design work. She seems genuinely interested. That's so creative, I could never do that. I can barely draw stick figures. She's being modest, shows me sketches on her phone. Drawings of her dog, pretty good actually. Coffee turns into lunch. Lunch turns into walking around downtown. 4 hours pass without noticing. This was really nice, she says. Want to do it again soon? Definitely. Kiss her cheek goodbye. She blushes slightly. Driving home thinking this could be something. Next week we go to dinner, Italian place she recommended. She insists on splitting the check. I believe in equality, she says. Refreshing after dating women who expected me to pay for everything. Third date, she cooks dinner at her place. Small apartment but cozy. Buster. The rescue dog immediately loves me. Dogs are good judges of character, supposedly. Elena makes amazing pasta. We watch movie on couch. She falls asleep against my shoulder. Feel protective of her. Weird feeling. Haven't felt it in a while. Month of dating goes by. Things are going really, really well. She's funny, kind, smart. Great in bed too. Seems almost too good to be true. That's when she starts saying it. You're too good for me. First time she says it, laugh it off. Nobody's too good for anyone. I'm serious though, you have your life together. You're successful, own a house, have goals. I'm just a vet assistant living paycheck to paycheck. Tell her success isn't everything. Personality matters more. She seems to accept this, but keeps bringing it up. You could date anyone you want. Why are you with me? I don't deserve someone like you. Starts getting annoying. Constant self-deprecation. Try to build her confidence. Compliment her constantly. Tell her how much I enjoy her company. Seems to help temporarily. Then she goes back to it. 2 months in, she says something concerning. You're going to leave me eventually. Everyone does. What are you talking about? Guys like you don't stay with girls like me. You'll realize you can do better. Starting to sound like self-fulfilling prophecy. Reassure her I'm not going anywhere. I really like you, Elena. You don't have to worry about that. She tears up. I really like you too. That's why this is so hard. Not sure what she means by that. A few days later, she's acting distant, taking longer to respond to texts, cancels dinner plans last minute. Work emergency, she says. Call her the next day. Is everything okay? Yeah, just tired. Want to come over and relax? Maybe another time. Red flags starting to wave. Give her space for a few days. Finally text asking if we can talk. We need to talk anyway. Ominous response. Meet at same coffee shop where we had first date. She looks like she's been crying. What's wrong? Takes deep breath. I think we should take a break. Heart sinks. Why? I thought things were going well. They were, that's the problem. You're too good for me. I'm gonna ruin this eventually. Better to end it now before I hurt you. This is insane. You're not gonna hurt me, and you're not ruining anything. We're happy together. She shakes her head. You don't understand. I always mess things up. It's better this way. Argue for 20 minutes. She's convinced she's doing me a favor by breaking up with me. Finally give up. If that's what you want. It's not what I want. It's what's best for you. Walk away confused and hurt. Spend next week processing what happened. Girl broke up with me because I was too good for her. Strangest reason I've ever been dumped. Kyle thinks she's crazy. Sounds like self-sabotage. Probably has trust issues. Maybe he's right. Try to move on. Go on few dates with other women. Nothing clicks like it did with Elena. Month later, get text from her. How have you been? Fine, you? Not great. Miss talking to you. Can we be friends? Probably bad idea, but agree to meet. Same coffee shop again. She looks tired, thinner. I made a mistake, she says. Breaking up with you. You think? I know I hurt you. But I was scared. Scared of what? Of losing you. So you broke up with me? I know it doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't. I want to try again. If you'll give me another chance. Against better judgment, agree. We start dating again. Things are good for a few weeks. Then she starts acting weird again, staying out late without explanation. Phone always face down when we're together, getting defensive. When I ask questions, one night she doesn't come home. We're basically living together at this point. Text her asking where she is, staying at friend's place. Which friend? You don't know them. Suspicious as hell. Next morning she comes home. Different clothes, hair messy. Obvious she didn't sleep at friend's place. We need to talk. About what? About where you really were last night. She breaks down crying. I messed up. I knew I would. What did you do? I met someone at a bar. And we hooked up. There it is. Why? Because you're too good for me. And I don't deserve this. So I sabotaged it. Worst reason for cheating ever. You cheated because I'm too good for you? That makes no sense. I told you I always mess things up. This is who I am. You should have listened. Packing my stuff. Where are you going? Home. We're done. Please don't go. I made a mistake. It didn't mean anything. Classic cheater lines. You're right about one thing. What? You are gonna mess this up. You already did. Leave her apartment. Block her number. Month later, Kyle tells me something interesting. Ran into Elena at a bar. She was with the guy she cheated with. Apparently they're dating now. Looked happy together, Kyle says, probably telling him he's too good for her too. 2 months later, Elena shows up at my house. Haven't seen her since the breakup. Looks rough. What do you want? Can we talk? Nothing to talk about. Please, just 5 minutes. Against better judgment, let her in. Tyler broke up with me. Tyler must be the other guy. Sorry to hear that. He said I had too much baggage. That I was exhausting to be around. Karma's a bitch. You were right about me. I do mess everything up. I messed up the best thing I ever had. Too little, too late. Why are you telling me this? Because I want you to know. You really were too good for me. And I proved it. Stare at her. Yeah, you did. Is there any chance? No. I've changed. I'm getting therapy. I'm working on myself. Good for you. But find someone else to practice on. She starts crying. I know I don't deserve another chance, but I love you. If you loved me, you wouldn't have cheated. It was a mistake. Mistake is forgetting to buy milk. Cheating is a choice. A choice you made because I was too good for you. How fucked up is that? She has no answer. You need to leave. Please. Leave. She goes to the door, turns back. I'm sorry, and I know. But sorry doesn't fix anything. Watch her drive away, feel nothing. Not anger, not sadness, just emptiness. 6 months later, dating someone new. Jessica, works in marketing. Stable, no drama. Doesn't think I'm too good for her. Actually thinks she's lucky to be with me. Refreshing change. Year later, Kyle sees Elena at grocery store. She looks bad, man. Like really bad. Asked about you. What did you tell her? That you're engaged. Not engaged yet, but thinking about it. Elena apparently started crying in the cereal aisle over a guy she threw away because he was too good for her. People are idiots, especially people who self-sabotage. Get engaged to Jessica 6 months later. She says yes immediately, cries happy tears, tells me she loves me every day, never once says I'm too good for her, because healthy people don't think that way. Wedding is next month. Kyle is best man, bachelor party last weekend, bunch of guys drinking and telling stories. Kyle brings up Elena. Remember your crazy ex? She married some loser last month. Looked miserable in the photos. Probably tells him he's too good for her too. Everyone laughs. What's the point of that story? Point is, when someone tells you they're not good enough, believe them. They usually prove it. Cheers to that. Elena said I was too good for her, then cheated to prove her point. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Some people are determined to be miserable. Let them find someone who thinks they hit the jackpot with you, not someone who thinks they don't deserve you. Life's too short for that kind of crazy. Jessica never doubts she deserves happiness. Makes all the difference. Sometimes when people show you who they are, listen the first time, would have saved myself months of drama. But then I wouldn't have met Jessica. Everything happens for a reason, even the shitty things, especially the shitty things. BME29, working as librarian in small college town. Quiet life, books and coffee, nothing exciting. Live alone in apartment above bookstore. Haven't dated seriously in over a year. Content with solitude mostly. Friday evening at local coffee shop. Usual spot, corner table with good reading light. Working through Hemingway collection. Girl at next table keeps glancing over. Pretty auburn hair, wearing vintage band shirt. She's reading Murakami. Good taste. Finally she speaks up. Sorry, but is that The Sun Also Rises? Yeah, rereading it for the third time. God, that book destroyed me. The ending especially. Conversation flows naturally. Her name is Autumn, 27, works part-time at art gallery downtown, studying art history, loves literature, talks about books like they're old friends. Coffee shop closes, we move outside, keep talking on the sidewalk. This is probably weird, but want to walk around campus? Sure. Spend 2 hours walking and talking. She knows obscure authors I've never heard of. Recommends books. I do the same. Finally reach her car. This was really nice. Want to do it again sometime? Exchange numbers. Drive home feeling lighter than usual. Text her next day. Coffee tomorrow? I'll bring that Borges collection. Yes, and I'll bring the book I mentioned. Meet again, same coffee shop. She looks tired today. Dark circles under eyes. Rough night? I ask. Something like that. Don't push it. We discuss books for hours. She's incredibly well-read, makes connections I never considered. You should be teaching literature. Maybe someday. Says it sadly. Third date, she suggests picnic in park, brings homemade sandwiches. We sit under oak tree. She seems more energetic today. Tell me about your family. Tell her about parents in Oregon, sister who's a nurse, normal stuff. Ask about hers. It's complicated. Parents are supportive, but they worry about me a lot. Why? She hesitates. I have some health issues. Nothing contagious. But it affects my energy sometimes. Nod understandingly. Everyone has something. Month of dating passes. We're officially together now. She's amazing girlfriend. Thoughtful, intelligent, funny, but sometimes disappears for days. Doctor appointments. Family stuff. Always vague excuses. Never stays over at my place. Never invites me to hers. Starting to wonder if she's married or has another boyfriend. Finally ask her about it. Are you seeing someone else? She looks hurt. No, of course not. Then why the secrecy? It's not secrecy. It's just complicated. That word again. Maybe we should talk. About what? About why you won't let me into your life. She's quiet for a long time. We're sitting in my living room. She's staring at her hands. There's something I need to tell you. Heart drops. Here comes the bombshell. I'm sick. Sick how? I have cancer. World stops spinning. What kind of cancer? Ovarian stage 4. Stage 4 sounds bad. How long have you known? 6 months. How long do you have? She shrugs. Doctor said maybe a year. That was 4 months ago. Doing math in my head, maybe 8 months left. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Because of this. The look on your face. The pity. Don't know what to say, she continues. I wanted to feel normal, just for a while. Wanted someone to see me as person, not cancer patient. Understand now, all the canceled plans, the tiredness, the secrecy. Are you in treatment? Was, stopped a month ago. Doctor said it wasn't working, just making me sicker. So you're just giving up? Not giving up. Accepting reality, Ben. There's a difference. Sit in silence, processing everything. I understand if you want to leave. Most people would. I'm not most people. Take her hand. We'll figure this out together. She starts crying. You don't know what you're signing up for. It's going to get bad. Then we'll deal with bad. Hold her while she cries. Next few months are different. She has good days and terrible days. Good days we go to museums, bookstores, quiet restaurants. Terrible days. I bring soup to her apartment, read to her while she rests, finally see where she lives. Small place filled with books, walls covered in art prints. Cozy but impermanent, like she's ready to leave anytime, meet her parents. Mom is nurse, dad is teacher, both lovely people, clearly heartbroken about daughter. She's happier since meeting you, Mom tells me privately. Haven't seen her smile this much in months. Makes it harder somehow, knowing I'm temporary bright spot in her fading world. One night we're lying on blanket in backyard looking at stars. She's having good day. We drove out of town to see Milky Way. It's beautiful, she says. Yeah, makes you feel small, in a good way. She's quiet for a while, then asks a question that breaks my heart. Would you marry me? What? If I didn't have cancer, would you marry me someday? Look at her face in starlight, beautiful even with illness. Yes, without hesitation. She smiles, good to know. Why do you ask? Just wondering what might have been. Hate that question. What might have been? Different timeline where she's healthy, where we have decades together instead of months. We still have time. Sometime, she corrects, always realistic about her situation. November arrives. She's getting weaker, spends most days in bed. I take leave from work, want to spend remaining time together, read her favorite books aloud. She falls asleep to my voice. Your voice is comforting. Like warm blanket. Thanksgiving with her family, she can barely eat, but insists on being at table. Last family dinner, she whispers. Everyone pretends they didn't hear. December comes too fast. She's in hospital now. Visiting hours don't apply to me. Nurses let me stay. You're good for her, one tells me. She talks about you constantly. Brings books to hospital room. We don't read much anymore. Mostly just talk about everything and nothing. Favorite memories. Books we love. Places we wished we'd visited. Thank you, she says one day. For what? For treating me like person. Not dying girl. You are a person. Who happens to be dying? We're all dying. You're just honest about timeline. She laughs weakly. Morbid romantic. That's why I love you. First time either of us said it. I love you too. Even though, especially because, Christmas Eve. She's sleeping more now. Pain medication keeps her comfortable, but distant, wake up in hospital chair. She's awake, looking at me. Hey yourself. How are you feeling? Tired, but happy you're here. Hold her hand so thin now, like bird bones. I have confession. What's that? When I first saw you at coffee shop, I wasn't there by accident. What do you mean? I'd seen you there before. Watched you read for weeks. Worked up courage to talk. You were stalking me? Romantically surveilling. We both laugh. Why didn't you say something sooner? Scared you'd reject me. And I didn't have time for rejection. Understand completely, when time is limited, every moment matters. Glad you finally talked to me. Me too. She falls asleep again. Christmas morning. She's very weak, can barely keep eyes open. Parents arrive early, know it's time. They give us privacy, sit beside her bed. She opens eyes. Still here. Always. Thank you for everything. Thank you for letting me love you. She smiles. Even for short time. Especially for short time. Some people never get this kind of connection. We're lucky. Yeah, we are. She closes eyes. Breathing gets slower. Hold her hand. Tell her it's okay. She can let go. Around noon, her breathing changes. Parents come back in. We all surround her bed. She opens eyes one last time. Looks at each of us. Saves me for last. See you, Space Cowboy. Reference to her favorite anime, Cowboy Bebop. We watched it together in hospital. Perfect last words. She closes eyes. A few minutes later, she's gone. Funeral is small. Lots of books. People share stories. I read poems she loved. Yeats, When You Are Old. Her favorite lines. About love that was true and different from others. Reception afterward. Her mom pulls me aside. She wrote you letter. Hands me envelope. My name in her handwriting. Read it when you're ready. Take it home. Wait 3 days. Finally open it. Letter is long. Tells me how much our time meant. How I gave her something to live for in final months. You made dying bearable. By making living beautiful. Find someone else to love. Don't waste time like I did. Tell them every day. Time is gift. Use it wisely. Sign it, Your Autumn. With little drawing of leaves. Keep letter and book. The sun also rises where we first connected. Year later. Still miss her daily. But grateful. Learned what love really is. Not just happiness and romance, but showing up. Being present, loving someone fully, knowing it's temporary. All love is temporary. Some just more honest about it. Started dating again recently, girl named Claire. She's nice, healthy, but keeps asking about my ex. What happened to her? She died. Oh my God, how? Cancer. Suddenly, I'm tragic romantic figure. Claire sees me differently now, like I'm damaged goods, or worse, like I'm saint. Neither is true, just guy who loved dying girl and let her love him back. Autumn was right about one thing. We were lucky. Not everyone gets that connection, even for short time. She packed lifetime of love into 8 months. Some people never feel that in 80 years. See you, space cowboy, wherever you are.